Good afternoon. I'm Dara Bunjon. I'm the food enthusiast here at J Moore Living. I am a food stylist, food writer, PR maven, and a frustrated baker. I want to thank you for tuning in today, and you are invited to participate by posting your questions in the comments. You'll see me look to the side from time to check and see if there are any inquiries. So, any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments section. Our guest today is Luke Silverman, co-founder of Bark Social, a premium dog lovers social club where the dogs bring their humans to enjoy craft beer, wine, coffee, and a professionally monitored off-leash dog park. Bark Social is a great place for leisure or work from wherever, allowing owners to spend quality time with their dogs. Bark Social has been featured in People Magazine, The Washington Post, and Eater. Good afternoon, Luke. What's on your plate today?
Hey, how are you? Happy to be here. Not much. Busy. Well, actually, that's a lie. A lot. Whether it's expansion, menu review, reviewing beers and wines, you name it. But happy to be here.
Well, I'm thrilled that you could find time in your schedule because this is so unique. Um, my show's called The Food Enthusiast, and I've always limited it to humans.
hmm
But when the press release came along and said that you were opening up a Bark Social in Baltimore, and went, well, you know, dogs have to eat too. Let's take a look at this. So it's more than just a place for the dogs to go and eat. It is a social environment. So trying to give equal time to our four-legged friends and talk about what they're eating. Tell me how you and your co-creator Jeff Kurtzman came up with the idea to create a social club for dogs and their owners.
Yeah, no. It was about 4 years ago next month. Um, Traditional kind of small business entrepreneur founder story. I was working in a job that I just absolutely despised. Was not happy. I was going back to school full time to grad school, and I just walked into my office one day and had, I want to say, like 3 meetings, all that were repetitive from the 3 weeks before, and nobody's doing anything, and just couldn't stand the culture or the people I was working with. And I just walked into my boss's office and I said, I'm done. And they said, when's your last day? And I said, 2 minutes ago. um,
Really?
Walked out. Yeah, walked out and had no idea what I was going to do. Um, my now wife had just moved to Texas, where I was living at the time, like 3 weeks before, and I started going to this place in Texas that was a similar concept. It was a dog park bar, and I loved the idea. I became friendly with the owner, and I made a promise to her, and I said, "Hey, look, like I love this business. I'm from the Mid Atlantic region. I've lived on the West Coast. I like Austin. Texas is a little hot, so I'll never come, to Austin. But I'd love to learn about the business." And she taught me a lot. And I said, "All right, I'm gonna take what I've learned, put like my spin on it with my business partner, and we're gonna give it a go." And so that was the idea. Um, we wanted to elevate the experience a little bit. We really wanted to focus on the brand, and so a lot of our design elements kind of fall into that category. And really, it was just about 2.5 years of just research, refinement, and fundraising to get our first location open in Bethesda. And then we recently opened up our second location in Baltimore, and it's been very well received. So very happy with the results to date.
Right. Just to let people know, it's a membership. There's monthly. You can come in for the day. There's a special rate for that, but there's a yearly program membership, which works out to maybe $1 a day. And when I met you just prior to opening, you had a huge number of already yearly subscribers. What would you say the Baltimore is up to now for the yearly subscribers?
Yeah, so we don't share those numbers, but
Okay.
we're exceeding our projections, and we're it's more than our other location for the time. If we look at the time to open, so we're very happy. It's in the hundreds, is what I can say. Um,
Right, and then there's the daily. So ex explain to the listeners if what an experience would be coming to Bark Social.
Yeah, so it depends on the time of day. So if you come in Monday through Friday, between 8 and 3 o'clock, it's typically almost like a co-working with dogs in a sense. So pretty much everybody there is on their phone or on their computer, and they're doing work, and they're killing, two birds with one stone. They're working, and their dogs running around, having fun, getting tired. Um, the Yeah, there is a small group of people that come and just hang out during the day, but our most of our customers are in the their 20s, 30s, and 40s, so most of them are not retired. There are some people that come just to kind of hang out during the day, but Monday through Friday it's kind of like co-working. It's like a WeWork with dogs, and so you can get a coffee, you can get a breakfast sandwich. If you want a beer or wine that early, go for it. Our bar opens at 11. Um, and then happy hour to close. It's really a bar, kind of snack bar, um, where you just kind of come, hang out, socialize with friends. We have a great retail experience. We teamed up with a bunch of former employees and contractors who designed Anthropology, the women's wear store. So there's this immersive experience, really fun, bright colors, for both pet and human retail. We have our own line of dog treats, puppy ice cream, so you can get that at the retail location as well. Our snack bar is our food menu is light eats, finger food. So pre-made sandwiches, pre-made salads, hot dogs, stuff like that. We're going to be doing a big menu revamp in the next month or so. So we're excited about that. And then we have a hyper localized beer garden. So when I say hyper localized, what do I mean by that? At least 50% of the beers on tap are from either Baltimore City or Baltimore County, and then the other 50% are from the region. So typically within a 150 to 200 mile radius.
Right.
Um,
You have a puppy beer, don't you?
yeah, yeah. So it's called Good Boys and Good Girls Brewing Company. They're out of actually Houston, Texas, I believe. So you could have a beer for yourself and your dog. If you want to get a sandwich for yourself and get a treat for your dog, you could share a meal with your dog. If you want to get a hot dog or two hot dogs, one for you and one for your dog, yeah, you could do whatever you want here. So you could have a little doggy date if you want.
Yeah, I looked at this and I went, puppy ice cream, Paul Pimpkin peanut butter or apple bacon me. Uh, let's see, the Pupsicles, it's a food show. I got to talk about what the dogs can eat. Pupsicles, beet juice and chicken broth, or carrot juice and beef broth. And you have the outdoor section to Bark
Hmm.
Social. There is a covered patio section. It's like talking a spiral staircase I had covered.
Yeah.
And there's an indoor section. There are TVs there, and there are events for the people and the puppies.
Hmm.
And that's tell people that it's barksocial.com. So take a look at that, and some of the connection information will be floating up in the comments section. But
Hmm.
typically, um, they can go to the site. What types you're doing a number of events, or you have been doing a number of events for Pride Month. So, what are some of
Hmm.
the ones to talk about? Baltimore, there's Bethesda.
Hmm.
What are
Yeah.
some of the events?
Yeah, so we have karaoke where one of the drag queens is going to be emceeing karaoke. We have a drag brunch that we do consistently down in Bethesda. Our first one's going to be in a couple, actually, I think this weekend in Baltimore. Um, those are great. They're typically 3 to 4 hour drag shows. Um, and in Bethesda, we'll be doing a singles night where everyone gets a name tag, and then you put your essentially, what you're looking for, whether it's friends, dating, if and who you're interested in. So it's very clear, it's very apparent, it's very transparent and welcoming. So we do a lot of stuff like that. We also do tap takeovers. So the tap takeovers are weekly at each location. And for Pride Month, we're partnering with a number of different LGBTQ plus nonprofits where we give 10% of sales for that day to a local nonprofit. We just opened up Baltimore, but we have a long-standing relationship down in Bethesda with Moco Pride Center, and then Moco Reconnect, which is a shelter for kids between the ages or up to 24 years of age, regardless of um, you know
Background.
regardless of where the background, for up to 24 years of age with housing insecurity. And
Right.
they have counselors and provide hot meals and showers and stuff like that for kids up to 24 years old. And so was actually at that ribbon cutting ceremony yesterday. So we partner with pretty much anybody that wants to partner with us, and our goal is to create a safe, welcoming space for everybody, and give back as much as we can to the community that we serve.
Well, I know that memberships, that there are financial breaks for the military and first responders. You are very much set up here in Baltimore. You're socially conscious. You're involved with Barks.
Mhm.
Um, and I think something from your T-shirt sales, is that still going on?
Yeah, so we every time we announce a new location, um, uh, we do a fundraiser for a local dog shelter. So we announced Philly, but we're going to be doing our T-shirt drive closer to opening. What we've realized is that the closer we get to opening, the better they sell. So we're gonna do that closer to opening in Philly. But yeah, $4 of every T-shirt we sell in Baltimore that um, it says "Rescue Dogs are my favorite people" with like the Maryland flag. Um, we give for every T-shirt we sell, we give $4 to Barks, which is everybody in Baltimore knows Barks. So
Right. Well, we're for those not watching Barks, obviously it's the rescue group for Baltimore City. It isn't just dogs, it's cats, any animals they take in and help. And I was trying to read the numbers, how many 15 or 20 dogs or pets come in a day to them that are turned over.
oh
Um,
yeah, I mean it's crazy, and I mean the number of dogs that get transferred up to the Northeast and around the country from the South is wild because there's a lot of kill shelters in the South. So yeah, it's a rescues and shelters have a tough job. It's so whatever we can do to help out, we can
You
we do.
mentioned Philly. Is that the end of this year that is that the goal to open then?
Yeah, so the goal is to open at the end of this year. Um, Due to the way the world's going right now with supply chain and everything like that, I'm crossing my fingers to hope that we open then. But at the same time, I think we're in a pretty good spot. So our third location is going to be in Manayunk, which is right on the Schuylkill River, just north of Kelly Drive and right by Fairmount Park, if anyone's familiar with Philadelphia. And then we're in negotiations for a couple other locations, both in the Mid-Atlantic region, and then we'll be announcing in the next couple of months some locations on the West Coast, which we're really excited about.
That's great. It's it's timely. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
we have to be outdoors more due to COVID and things of that nature. So yeah, the concept. Now, when I was down there, I was curious. You have bark rangers. Why don't you explain to people what bark rangers are?
Yeah, so bark rangers are essentially like doggy daycare attendants. They basically monitor the park. They pick up the waste, spray down, spot spray where dogs mark their spot, and ensure that the park is clean. But they also monitor the dog's behavior. So they go through a significant amount of training with us. Um, uh, a couple days of training. Our training manuals are very very thick. They're over 150 pages long, and they work with the animal behaviorist to pick up on signs. And so if there's a dog that's scared or nervous or showing early signs of aggression or that's uncomfortable, they go over, engage with the dog, and make sure that everybody's happy and the dogs are either split up, redirected, or kind of taken over to a timeout to calm down. So really, it's one of those things where we just want everybody, both dogs and humans, to have a really nice experience, and the bark rangers are there to facilitate that.
The architecture of this, because it's basically built on a platform, at least the open space is. So should the dog wee instead, that you have a waste system that carries it out. That was that's what I wanted to know. I don't know why
Yeah,
I picked up on
yes.
that. Um,
Yeah, no, great question. So
uh,
yes, so we have drainage. Our covered patio area is pitched to drains. We power wash that with water every night. Um, the best way to get rid of any type of smell is really just high pressure water and and do it every single night. So the drainage system is not unlike any other kind of patio pavilion deck area. And then the product we use for the for the dog park itself is called Canine Grass. It's a technically a synthetic grass, so some people would call it astroturf, but it's much more porous than that. It's got about a 99% porosity, so water just kind of goes right through it. And it's a premium product that we did a lot of research on, and it costs a lot of money, but it works very well, and it basically drains right into the ground better than stone or mulch, because that
right.
creates a little bit of over time it creates a debris and silt, which basically makes that area impervious. And the canine grass is pervious the entire time, and allows the water as well as the urine to just go right into where the base of the dirt where it should be going. So
The we were talking about there's a daytime pass,
mhm.
but best to call in advance because there's certain requirements that your dog has certain shots,
Mhm.
neutered. Trying to see if I can remember. So
You
everything,
got it. You got it.
yeah,
Yep.
everything is on the website Bark Social. You are in
Yep.
Bethesda, you are in Baltimore, you're opening in Philly. Um, there are packages, there are events, there are, um, I'm just trying to see where my notes. Uh, there's special events, there's sports events. You can rent out things and a certain amount of tables and reserve them. It's best to go to the website and see. Now, one of the things we were talking before we went on air, I said, have there been any romantic um, liaisons with, I'm not talking the dogs, with the humans that the dogs bring? And you said, yes, that there have been a couple. So, and as you mentioned earlier, in Bethesda, you're going to have a sort of singles night going on, and hopefully we'll have it in Baltimore. In Baltimore, it's in Canton, which is down near the water. Um, a lot of high rises going up there, and there isn't much green space to go take your dog. So this is perfect for you. And let's see, checking my notes, the subscription boxes. That's what
Yep.
I was talking about. You have trivia nights, movie nights, the sports calendar. All right, so let me ask you some of my typical questions that I ask people just because they're fun. If you woke up tomorrow morning with a new talent, what would it be?
A new talent. Um, wow. Oh God. I I wish I could. This is so simple. I wish I could slow down. I don't know how to take my foot off the gas. I don't know how to slow down, and I wish I could relax a little bit.
Okay.
It's not in my motto, and it's something that, like, I think, like, yeah, flying would be cool, or like holding my breath and going down to the bottom of the seafloor would be cool. But realistically, if I knew how to, like, press the brake, I think that would probably be more realistic, and probably better for my health and my team. But I just have a never-ending engine, I guess, and fuel in it. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think I want to jump back that um, are you continuing to look for investors?
So we raise money like a traditional startup. Um, we we're probably going to go out for what's called a Series A round in a couple months later this year, probably, and that'll be for probably our final growth stage. So yeah, we're always talking to people,
Okay,
and funds. So yeah.
okay. I just want to put it out there because it's such a clever idea and it's so successful. The best piece of advice or the worst piece of advice you've received, or both?
So yeah, I'll do both. I think the best piece of advice was, stick to the plan. You know, don't yeah, just stick to the plan, stick to your gut, and just always do what you think is right or what's right for the business. Worst piece of advice, listen to me, I'll tell you everything, which, every single person who wanted to, pull one over on us told us. And and so what we have a saying in our company, we have a pretty significant document with our mission, vision, and values for our company. And one of those key mission, vision, and values is trust but verify. So we don't trust anybody. Because a lot of people have let us down. So what we do a lot as a team is we trust, but we verify. And most of the time when you verify, you lose a little bit of trust in outside partners. So we do a lot of things internally, that
Okay.
just because we move fast. We've got a pretty smart team with good head on our shoulders, and we don't like to be disappointed or let down. So we always trust and verify, and if it doesn't work for us, then we do it ourselves.
As long as you have the means and the talent, do it. It's a matter of control. I understand that. Your biggest indulgence.
Pasta. Yeah, pasta. Any type of pasta, mainly pesto pasta or cacio e pepe. Those are my two. If I can, anytime it's on the menu, even if I know it's gonna stink, I always get it. And if I'm at home and my wife's not around, I'll just make a massive bowl of pasta and just go to town on it.
Yeah. Well, you sort of know when you go to the places where the pictures are food up on there with the number on it, it isn't going to be,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
you know what you're going to get, but
I'm,
I'm like that with linguine vongole.
okay, yeah, yeah. I'm a
Yeah,
huge fan, by the way, huge fan of Di Pasquale's, and La Scala. Those are my two kind of go-to Italian spots here in town.
They're very good. Di Pasquale is around the corner from you. I have mine. Mine's Soda Sopra. Mine is Cafe Gia. Mine is Grano. These are people that I've worked with and I know and I love what they do.
I haven't been to
So
any of those yet. I've heard great things about all of them.
just fabulous. Just there's a certain family to it, like Di Pasquale
Awesome.
or La Scala.
Awesome.
And what didn't I ask you that I should have?
Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, uh, what's what's next on the menu for dogs at Bark Social, I guess.
Okay. Luke, what's
Um,
next on the menu for the puppies at Bark Social?
we're going to be expanding it significantly. We're going to be launching different iterations, what's commonly called charcuterie boards right now. So, like cold cuts, vegetables. We're looking into some other items that are both edible for both dogs and humans. Um, we'll probably be switching up some of our puppy ice cream varieties, popsicles. We currently sell pup cakes as well, which are little mini cupcakes for dogs. We're looking to kind of blow that out and kind of expand on that. So yeah, just really creating a pretty unique and cool, very realistic menu for dogs because our customers like that.
Now, if somebody wanted to come by and pick up some of these things to take home,
Yeah, you can
yeah,
take everything. Yeah, so the puppy ice cream is in our freezer. You can just walk out with that. And same thing with our popsicles and our pup cakes. We also have our own line of dog treats. So um, we're we sell those both online and in store, and those are shelf stable, so you can just walk out with those. A lot of people actually we've had now that summer is coming up and a lot of people are going to the beaches for the summer. We're seeing a lot of people stock up on our treats before
yeah.
they head to the beach for a couple weeks. So yeah, we've got 4 varieties of treats and 2 varieties of puppy ice cream and 2 varieties of popsicles and 1 variety of pup cake. So we'll probably be expanding on all those in the future.
That's fabulous. So everybody, barksocial.com. On Instagram, it's bark_social_Bethesda or bark_social_Baltimore, Phillies en route. And Facebook is Bark Social Bar, and you can follow them there. Luke, I want to thank you. It's been a pleasure, and I hope at some point you are able to put the brake on and just take a breather and kick back and enjoy all the benefits of your hard work. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Okay, everyone. We are going to be taking a couple weeks off, returning on July 14th when our guest will be Lucy M. Long, PhD, who directs the independent nonprofit Center for Food and Culture, which is foodandculture.org. Her publications include Culinary Tourism, Regional American Food Culture, Ethnic American Food Today, a Cultural Encyclopedia, The Food and Folklore Reader, Ethnic American Cooking, Honey, a Global History, and Comfort, Food, Meanings, and Memories. It should be very interesting, many subjects that we can touch upon. So mark your calendars for July 14th, Thursday, you know the time. Come in with your questions. We really going to have an in-depth discussion going on. If you need to reach me, food@jmoreliving.com is the email, or Instagram @Dara Cooks. All shows are immediately archived in video form on JMOR's Facebook page and jmoreliving.com. Feel free to go back and dig into the past shows, listens when walking or talking or running or by the pool. You don't have to watch it, you can listen to it. Times and finances are tough now, all the way around. And what I want to ask and what I hope you're doing is when you see somebody, smile, say hello, have a nice day. Let's just try to brighten up a very dismal world at the moment. So, 4th of July week is coming up. Have a safe holiday. And as always, always may your plates remain full.